back to my channel, Helki Rain, and today I wanted to do the Tarot Tribe tag. Yeah. And I believe this was created by my friend V Love and Crystals, who I did a collaboration pick a card with last month. So if you've not checked that out, go check that out. And I think she did, I'll just read who she collabed with for this. It was the Tarot Vibe Oracle and the Tarot Magician. So I will definitely go check out their channels after this, and yeah, get on with this tag. I will try and do this as quickly as possible because you all already put up with my 31 days of tarot where I answered a load of questions like this, and I don't want to drive you crazy with repeating myself because you know that I can talk. Okay, so let's go. Question one is, let me move this so you can see better. Question one is, how did you get into tarot or oracle? And I got into tarot just by chance. Like really, I bought a deck sort of for just the fun of having one. Like I was weirdly drawn to it, even though I didn't know of any other tarot readers or the tarot community or anything like that. I just picked up this deck in sort of a gift store, so it wasn't even like a metaphysical store. It was sort of one of those learning beginner tarot decks. I would pull cards for myself. I got quite into it, and then it was when I went to have a reading and she asked me for a reading because she picked up that I was doing the tarot, and I said, well, I don't read for other people, I just read for myself. And she said, well, you're definitely gonna be reading the tarot for people, so then next time please can you give me a reading. So that was really cool. That I guess sort of just opened me up to the fact that that's something I could do seriously, you know. Okay, so question two is, are you drawn to oracle or tarot more, and why? I'm drawn more to the tarot. I think I'm drawn more to the tarot because it has both light and dark and neutral aspects to it. Like the archetypes are really varied, and I can find with a lot of oracle decks, not all, but a lot of them can be kind of love and light, and I'm all about love and light, but sometimes, well, really when I use the cards, I'm sort of trying to challenge some things that are going on in my life. So I just don't feel like the oracle can challenge me and really get to the bottom of a lot of situations the way that the tarot can. Question, ouch, oh, my toe. Yeah, I just broke my toe somehow sitting here. So question three is, if you could create your own deck, what would it be? And I've had many ideas for decks. I think the strongest idea that's like really stuck with me, where I'm like, yeah, I definitely want to create that one day, hopefully, maybe, who knows, is a healing deck. Probably be an oracle deck. If I was to create a tarot deck, I would love to create just like a really fun novelty one. Like one of my favourite decks that I missed the chance of getting, that was like a novelty style deck. Not my favourite deck at all, but I like it when people have those ideas that, you know, you just think, God, like, so cool that they thought of that. And that was the Sims deck. Like someone created a tarot deck out of that game, The Sims. So I thought that was pretty epic. So like if I was to create a tarot deck, I'd want to do something like novelty, something one-off, something fun. Question four is, show us your first deck, whether it's an oracle or tarot or one of each. Which is your first that you learned with? So my first tarot deck was this little deck which I was talking about in the other question. The first one that I picked up, and I would just pull for myself. and it's just this tiny little deck. It looks like this. It's like pip style. It's cute though. It's very cute. And I don't use it so much now. I actually lost this deck. I lent it to someone and didn't get it back, so I rebought it because I just wanted to have it for like nostalgia reasons, for the fact that it was my first deck. I felt like I needed to have a copy of it, even though I don't use it that much since I rebought it. So logic. My first Oracle deck was a gifted deck by, I believe, by my friend Steph. I think she gave me this deck. Like, I literally don't remember the transaction there, but this deck I love and I still use all the time till this day, is this Angel Therapy deck, and I absolutely love it. It's such a cool deck. It's Dorian Virtue, which, you know, it's not great, but I do love this deck. The next question is 5. Show us your recent deck, Oracle Tarot, and recent crystals. I would say the most recent deck that I got, would it have been... Oh, it would have been the Lightseers. Yeah. The Lightseers, and then the Shapeshifters. And I've spoke about these on my channel loads of times, so... really cool. Crystals, I think black Tourmaline, I'm not sure how you say that, but it's just a nice rough cut, and I just got that to sort of protect me from the negative energies. Question 6, if you could share a tip with someone learning tarot for the first time, what would it be? Okay, don't get so hung up on the meanings, because like everybody interprets the cards very different, and that just will slow you down a lot and maybe even put you off, because it's like 78 cards and there's a lot to study. What I would do is just go straight in with your intuition and look at the images and see what comes to you, and do readings with that to begin with. Also put in daily cards. It's like probably said all the time, but it really helps beyond what you can imagine. Like doing daily cards, it really what's the word? Like really solidifies the information, because you're pulling cards daily, and it also just gets you into that habit of using the cards for guidance. Question 7 is first TarotTuber you followed. Okay, so the first TarotTuber that I followed and found was Imogen Waltz, who has now really sadly left YouTube, which I won't lie, broke my heart. Please come back, Imogen, I miss you. Very shortly after discovering Imogen, I discovered Sam's channels. Sammy Monzo. Sammy's channel is amazing. I love her vlogs, and I can literally sit and listen to both Sammy and Imogen talk about metaphysical subjects forever, and healing and all this. So I soon went down the rabbit hole and finding all these other awesome YouTubers that I've discovered since. So yeah, Imogen and Sammy. Number 8 is, what was life before tarot on the holistic path for you? Where did you come from? Okay, so I was already sort of very into the metaphysical stuff. I was into holistic healing, of course, but like emotional healing, shadow work. I did have a phase of about a year where I was really wanting to be a solitary witch, like a Wiccan witch, because I really do resonate so much with the pagan and the Wiccan religion, and I just ended up going my own weird way. But you know, I learned a lot from that, and I still take a lot from those studies. So sort of, I guess, from that witchy, solitary witch, Wiccan and new age sort of shadow work, healing, and also the love and light, manifest, law of attraction, all of that stuff. Yeah. And obviously I think naturally going vegan, like I went vegan 6 years ago, and I think that naturally just gets you on this path, because you're like clearing out your physical body and it starts to affect your energetic body. Next question is favorite go-to spread. I don't know. My favourite spread right now, because it changes all the time, it can change from week to week. Right now it's the option spread. Like, it's where I have a row of free cards for option 1 and a row of free cards for option 2, and it really helps me with those yes no questions that I get from clients and from the public and stuff, is because we know the tarot is not about, it's about guidance. It's not about telling you what's set in stone in the future. So that spread really helps. So someone asked me, should I stay with this person or not? Like, that's like the dreaded question. But instead of just turning them away and being like, think of a different question, I just do the option spread. So I say, okay, well, together we can look at both options of what it would be like if you stay and what it would be like if you don't stay, and then you can judge how you feel from both outcomes. So it's like the options or the 2 outcomes. I didn't find it anywhere, but I'm pretty sure it's a common spread. Like, I just imagine that someone's made that a spread somewhere where you have option 1, option 2. It's just 3 cards for each. I prefer to read cards like as they come out rather than placements anyway, so I don't have a lot of structure to that spread, but you might want to try it, so enjoy it. Question 10, most anticipated deck of 2020. I answered this in the 31 Days of Tarot, and you can go check that video out, but like, I'm not really desperate to buy any new decks. Maybe like old decks that have been out ages, but I really do want to get a copy of This Might Hurt Tarot. Question 11, what is your tarot wish list? Well, I have a tarot wish list on Amazon, and I will link it below if you want to have a browse, but I can't really remember. I see something I like and I stick it in the list, so it's probably filled up with loads of stuff, but you can check that out. Question 12, what were your impressions / fears about tarot? I used to hold like a lot of fear of the negative cards. Like, I think everybody goes through that phase. We're lying if we say we don't. Like, then you get to the point where you love the dark cards, because you know they are warning you, they're helping you shift your energy so that you can change things before they get too bad. I guess it was that feeling like it's set in stone, but I've really got to the point now where I'm very confident in the fact that, yeah, some things are destined, some things are meant, but a lot of this is in our control, and it's all about how we handle it. So 13, would you like to start reading tarot, yes or no? And if no, explain what is stopping you from reading tarot. Obviously, I read the tarot. I do personal readings for people. I can do them online, and I do personal readings sometimes for people I know in real life, and also I do my picker cards. So I guess the question is, yes, I want to do tarot readings, I am doing tarot readings, and I love doing tarot readings. Is 14, have you ever gotten a reading from another reader, and what were your feelings towards it? I get readings from other readers as often as I can. I think it's really important to get readings from others, because often we have a block up, and like you do have a certain limit and block with your own readings, because it's natural to hold like a bias of what you do and don't want to happen, and then when you get it from another reader, they're going to be able to bring in this other perspective, which would just go off like a light bulb in your head, and you're like, oh my god, yeah. Any tarot reader who says they don't need tarot readings from other people, fair enough, it's your life, you know, do what you want, girl. But in my opinion, I think it's really healthy to still, if you are choosing to do readings for other people, then it's healthy to get readings still as a reader, because there is no finish point with tarot. You're forever learning, you know. This is an intuitive skill. Getting other readings can only benefit you, if not just for the message that comes through, but from learning from that other reader and how they read and how they work. So I think there's endless benefits. And yeah, I've had readings on YouTube. I've had readings from both Sammy and Imogen, so there. And I plan on getting a lot more readings from people as soon as I have the funds. Question 15 is, what kind of vibes do you like to feel when getting a reading? Compassionate vibes. Question 16 is, tag the next tarot YouTuber via YouTube or Instagram. So that's not really a question, but I just tag anyone who's watching this and has a channel and wants to do this tag. You do it and let me know in the comments below that you've done the tag, and I'll come check it out, because I'm all about making new witchy friends here in the Tarot Tribe on YouTube. It's like literally one of my favorite places to be. I just really love you guys so much, and I enjoy spending time here with you and watching your videos, sharing mine. And I think this was a really great idea for the guys who created this tag to bring us all together. Great work, love it. Okay, anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope that you have a magical day.